The honourable member for Innisfail-Sylvan Lake, followed by Calgary-Buffalo.
Serious concerns have been raised regarding the integrity of the freedom of information process and political interference by this government. The Associate Minister of Transparency has shown he does not understand his own portfolio. He remains confused on FOIP legislation and has clearly not read Section 40 of the FOIP Act. Does the minister not understand Section 40 of the FOIP Act, which clearly states that the actions of the former Deputy Premier are not in compliance with this legislation?
Hear, hear.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. As I said, there's remedies under the Act if somebody has concern about the Act. That includes Sections 65 and 53, and I understand that steps have been taken in that regard. One point that I do want to make about the FOIP Act that I think is important for the opposition to understand is that it does cost money to react to a FOIP. In the last year, the Government of Alberta spent about $9.5 million responding to 4,200 access requests. Of the $9.5 million, after fee waivers, only about $100,000 was recovered by the Government of Alberta. It's important to make sure that we have the right balance, Mr. Speaker, between access and protecting privacy.
Thank you. First supplemental.
Goldie, this is embarrassing. Given that this Associate Minister doesn't even know his own FOIP legislation, and given that there is less transparency and more political interference than ever, Mr. Speaker, the government is going into debt paying for a gold standard do-nothing ministry. Will this Associate Minister step down, dissolve your ministry, and be the first member of this PC government to actually save taxpayers some money?
Mr. Speaker, I have personally witnessed the member of Transparency work very diligently on many pieces of legislation like salary disclosure. He has spent over a year working on consultations on the FOIP review to make sure that the Act continues to improve and remains the gold standard across the country, Mr. Speaker. And I will continue to support this minister and the work that he does for the benefit of Albertans from one end of this province to the other.
Mr. Speaker, everyone knows this was a made-up ministry.
Hear, hear.
And given that $260,000 could be used, here's a thought. Buying dialysis machines for everyday Albertans so they don't have to travel for treatment? Will this minister admit he does nothing of value, step down, stop wasting taxpayer dollars on himself, extra political staffers, car allowances, and all the other fun stuff that comes with his do-nothing ministry?
Mr. Speaker, the hypocrisy from the Wildrose opposition astounds me every single day. First, they say that we're not protecting people's privacy and releasing information enough, and then they say the entire ministry is frivolous, Mr. Speaker. Well, protecting privacy and releasing information is critically important. I wonder, Mr. Speaker, with millions of dollars spent on FOIP requests, and given the fact that we have almost a 500% increase in FOIP requests coming from those opposition members, which waste people's energy, how many dialysis machines their wild goose chases could have paid for, Mr. Speaker?